Welcome to the story of Iran woman. The warm Tehran sun filtered through the courtyard's latticework as Laleh adjusted the edge of her black hijab. For 32 years, she had worn it without question. It was part of her school uniform, her university days, and her daily walks to the local market. It had been both her comfort and her cage. When her husband, Reza, received a job offer in Toronto, Canada, the move seemed like a distant dream. Laleh's parents had never left Iran, and she had rarely traveled beyond the northern mountains. Yet, when the day came, she boarded the plane with 2 suitcases, one filled with clothes, the other with memories of a life she was about to leave behind. The first thing Laleh noticed in Toronto was the sky. It was the same blue, but it somehow felt more open, freer, as though it invited her to breathe deeper. People on the streets wore jeans, dresses, sneakers, colorful scarves, and some wore no scarves at all. No one stared, no one whispered. The variety startled her. At first, she clung to her routine. She kept her hijab pinned tightly, her long tunics in place. She visited the Persian grocery store where she heard Farsi and found familiar saffron and dried limes. But slowly, small moments began to chip away at her certainty. One afternoon, she attended a women's community center English class. The teacher, a cheerful woman named Carla, wore her curly hair loose and laughed loudly, something Laleh had rarely seen in public back home. During the break, a young woman named Aisha, originally from Morocco, sat beside her. She wore a hijab in vibrant patterns, sometimes even tied differently. "It's not about losing who you are," Aisha said gently when Laleh asked about it. "It's about choosing what makes you feel comfortable, not what's forced." That night, Laleh stood in front of her mirror, touching the scarf on her head. She remembered how her grandmother used to say, "A woman's dignity is in her modesty." But she also remembered how her cousin in London once told her, "Dignity is also in your freedom." The words echoed in her mind. The real turning point came during a summer picnic at a lakeside park. Reza encouraged her to join his co-workers for a game of volleyball. Laleh hesitated. Her long tunic and scarf made her hot, and she felt clumsy moving in them. Then, one of Reza's colleagues, Sophia, handed her a simple cotton t-shirt and loose trousers. "You can wear these over your clothes if you like," she offered. Laleh looked around. No one seemed to care how anyone else was dressed. She slipped into the public restroom and tried them on, her scarf still wrapped loosely. For the first time, she felt the wind in her hair, not much, just through the scarf's edgy sand, a coolness against her arms. She laughed when she hit the ball and her scarf slipped a little, but she didn't fix it right away. From then on, changes came gradually. She started wearing lighter scarves in brighter colors, sometimes loosely draped over her shoulders instead of tightly wrapped. She wore jeans with a long cardigan to the farmer's market. One day, she went to the art gallery without a scarf at all. She half expected stares, but there were none, only the gentle hum of people enjoying the paintings. Laleh realized it wasn't about abandoning her culture. It was about learning she could carry it in her heart while adapting to the world around her. She still wore her hijab when visiting the mosque, still cooked her mother's recipes, still spoke Farsi at home. But she also tried new things, new styles, and embraced her right to choose. Months later, on a crisp autumn day, she walked along the lakeshore, her hair loose, her coat buttoned against the wind. She spotted her reflection in a shop window, still the same eyes, still the same smile, but now a woman standing on her own terms. For Laleh, the journey wasn't about the cloth on her head, but the freedom in her heart. And in this new world, she finally understood that both could exist together. The end.